Good morning, witches, and welcome to the morning live divination ceremony. My name is Ocean. I'm from Bright and Dark Resource Center, and I will be the host of today's live divination ceremony. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Oh, how is everyone feeling this morning? How did you feel when you woke up this morning? Did you feel like today's a big day, or did you feel like, oh God, I have to do today? Where are we at on the scale of mornings? Hello, good morning. I should say good evening to Lady Dynamite, because we are an international community. So I say good morning because it's morning here. Hello. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you all. What I was gonna do is add a poll that says, how was your morning? Okay, I did that really quick, so it's not super well put together, but how was your morning? Oh, I'm not showing it. There we go. How was your morning? When you woke up, were you like, no? Or were you like, yay? All good. Wow. Drama. Yes, absolutely. This whole couple of weeks from, was it the July 24th, I believe is when it started, to August 12th is going to absolutely be drama. Yeah, I should have put it in between option. I didn't even think about it of like an but thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. Okay. We have a lot of witches who are straddling the line between okay and great. That's awesome. Whoa, that is so creepy. I have a door that doesn't lock very well, so I always end up checking it before I go to bed and when I wake up to make sure it hasn't just because one night it just randomly opened. Like, and I was like, what the hell? And I had to like check the whole house because I was like, yeah, it's so scary when that happens because we feel like our door, like our front door is like the epitome or like the doors to our house, like the outside are like the epitome of protection, like our nervous system does. Uh so when yeah, when when that feels compromised, it feels like your safety is compromised. Yeah, on the blanket. Yeah, absolutely. I literally have a nervous system regulation technique where I recognize that uh my like hypervigilance or anxiety or whatever you want to call it is like aware of like a lot bigger of a scale. Like it's further out than where I am when I'm actually like laying in bed trying to go to sleep. And so I have this technique that I use where I'm like, because I know that I'm a visual person, so I end up trying to imagine how somebody's going to like break into the house, right? Like it's hypervigilance. This is like a trauma response. And so I will uh dissolve those sort of like shadow stories. Uh like I'll imagine them kind of like dissolving and they all kind of dissolve into shadow. And then I go like I'm safe in my home, right? So I like get into the house and then I go, I'm safe in my bed. And then my awareness is then like right there where I'm in my bed. And then I go, uh I'm safe in my body so that I'm coming back into myself, right? And then I say I'm safe in my head and it like helps me recognize that the stories that are happening are in my head and I get to be like safe there. I get to choose the story I'm telling myself. They need to be scared of me. Okay, I'm ready to develop that mentality. I'm not scared of them. They need to be scared of me. Fuck yes. I mean, heck yes. that that algorithm will get you. Um so I believe I've wasted enough time chatting. I love chatting with you guys. It's super fun. Okay, let's get into it. Let's do the thing. Ugh, I want to come hang out in your snake room. That sounds like so much fun. I love snakes. They're like a sensory yes. they're they're like a lot more cuddly than people give them credit for. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the reminder, Helvy. If you are enjoying this chat, the divination, if you exit out of the chat and you hit the thumbs up, the like button, it helps call in more witches. Yeah, I love chatting with you guys. It's so fun. All right, let's do the thing. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Well, just be compassionate with yourself. They said I forgot meat was defrosting and woke up to blood-covered counter. Not okay before coffee. It isn't okay before coffee. That's a lot to deal with before coffee. Just remember, be compassionate with yourself because there's nothing else you can do about it right now except for uh like, lead yourself. It's okay. You made a mistake. There's nothing wrong with that. And oh, it bothers me sometimes, but also it's really helpful that like Ian will be like uh he'll kind of put it in perspective with me of, be like, it was only $9. We do have $9 more if you need me to go get another one. Like So it's, I hate wasting food. I hate throwing things away. I'm like talking down to the chat. I forget I have to look at the camera. Hello. I really hate wasting food, but I also, when there isn't anything I can do about it at that point, uh, compassion, compassion is the practice. I know you didn't ask for my advice, but yes, it can wait till after coffee. It can absolutely wait till after coffee. You make yourself a nice special coffee, and then you can deal with whatever unfolds after that. Yeah. Okay. You know, sorry, I just thought that the snake thing, Lady Diamond said they definitely are cuddly, plus their personality. Snakes have like really expressive faces for like beings with like fixed faces. They're like very expressive, and I think that's super cool. Um, excuse me. So, you guys, I could talk to you forever. Let's do the divination. Okay. Okay. So, if you need to stim, if you need to stretch, however you get into your body, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. Oops, sorry about that. That was probably loud. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. And I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one, for our cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space. For our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we're going to make a declaration of intention, telling the elements, our ancestors, those who love us, why we called them in today. What are we doing? We do this as a call and repeat. So I'm going to leave space after each line for you to repeat after me if you'd like to. You don't have to. You can do your own declaration of intention. It can be something as simple as, my name is Ocean and I am here. If you do choose to repeat after me, listen to the words and feel where you feel them in your body. Decide what they mean for you if you do choose to repeat them. Magic is only effective if you understand what you're doing. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. I choose now in this moment to align with my whole self, to pull the book that tells my story. Oops. I went a little too fast there. To pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power. And I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour. Because I am home. Hello, Briar. Welcome. You made it just in time. Just in time for me to put the incense out because, woof. I still have incense from leftover from the old broom boxes that we took a break on doing, and that incense, let me tell you, it is super potent. Yeah, perfect timing. Hello, everyone who just made it. Welcome. So we have called elements. We have called in those we love, our ancestors, or those who love us. We have set our intention. Now let's do the thing. So the first card that we're going to be pulling today, we are asking, where does our attention need to be in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? So, as per usual, I have the miniature territorial deck. It is indeed the iridescent foil version. Because it's the miniature one, I don't have the full story, so we're going on vibes. I do like to read the symbols, and I like to get into the symbolism, so that is a thing that I do. Where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? Where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? Where does my attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to my relationship with my life and my practice? Okay, and keeping in mind today is the Lionsgate portal. I will talk a little bit about that. I have absolutely no doubt, but let's see what's here first. So, We got the full reversed. We got the full reversed. So that is super fun. I'll show you the card, of course, so you can see it. I know I'm a witch and not a magician, but I always have the urge to be like, is this your card? For no apparent reason. Okay, so it's about the whole card. So I'm going to read the reversed first, and then I will read the upright position. Make sure I'm writing that down so we have it. Okay, so the full reversed. Naivety, lack of direction, chaos, recklessness, stupidity. Oh, I hate the word stupidity. It is definitely one of those words that comes up in my brain a lot. The upright position is childlike wonder, spontaneity, new beginnings, free-spirited, innocence. Yeah, out of control. Ooh, we got 2 Knights of Swords in the comments. Look at you guys thinking. So, I'm going to read it again, just so we have it. It's the full reversed. Naivety, lack of direction, chaos, recklessness, stupidity. This is where our attention needs to be in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice. And the upright position is childlike wonder, spontaneity, new beginnings, free-spirited, and innocence. It's so funny, too, because I mentioned when I was talking about 10 yesterday and 0, and I was talking about the Fool literally yesterday, about it being kind of a space holder in a way, like the 0 as like a space holder. So the symbolism on this card is Uranus. Uranus is rebellion, it's innovation. Yeah, yesterday was the Ace of Swords. That's correct. Uranus, I think of uranium, how it was discovered and then the whole world, changed because of the atom bomb. Out of the blue and not a clue. I'm not entirely sure what that is in reference to, but I absolutely love a rhyming phrase. And it's probably going to be stuck in my head the rest of the day. Out of the blue and not a clue. Like, it's very bouncy. I love that. So this is also an air card. So cerebral. It seems like the story that we're exploring this weekend, this is a mental game, right? This might not actually be about doing anything. I feel like we won't really have a solid story until we get to Monday, of course, but it seems like it's a mental game. I looked at the numerology. It says all. Numerology, all. So what's your favorite number? What's your favorite number? I wonder if I can make a poll out of that. Oh, you guys are just going to put it in the chat. You know what? That works too. I really want to use the polls as much as I can, but it takes forever to set them up. And then the poll questions always seem to come up in the moment. My favorite number is also 13. It is. I love that. Yeah. Oh, I love 7 too. 7's a really great number. Not that I have, not that I'm biased. All numbers are good numbers. There's no such thing as a bad number, and I will fight about it. So, and then Aquarius. So, Uranus rules Aquarius, so it makes a lot of sense. Aquarius is like the architect. They're the ones who are like creating a blueprint. Yeah. I want to go on a numerology side rant, Versailles, because of what you're saying, and I'm totally going to derail us if I do that. Uh, but I think numbers are worth getting to know. I think I'll just say that it is worth saying, what is my relationship with the number 1? What is my relationship with the number 2? And I personally went all the way to 13. No, you don't have to apologize. I love the conversations we can have. Maybe I'll come on here one day and like specifically do a numerology rant. I'll tell you guys my number story. Uh, but I really want to focus on where does our attention need to be today, because I am very easily distracted. Uh, so where does our attention need to be today? If we're thinking about I guess we're all brewing right now. If we're thinking about it in terms of the rebel of innovation, right? We're like black sheep, cycle breaking, uh, queer, um, you know, witches, right? So, like a lot of us are kind of out on the edges. Naivety, lack of direction, chaos, recklessness, stupidity. Oh, are you still measuring your path by somebody else's expectations? Or even maybe not their expectations for themselves. Like not I mean, it could be. Oh my goodness. It could be, but oh my gosh, there's like a hair that is like hanging out. So that's super fun. What was I saying? I threw myself off because you're not supposed to touch your nose on camera or like your face or anything, but it's like, it's so strange because it's like, oh, I want to be, very professional and while I'm on camera, but I also want to show you guys that like it's okay to be a person and every single one of you could do exactly what I'm doing. Every single one of you could do what I'm doing. I have absolutely no doubt. Um right. You guys, my neurodivergent brain is so happy right now. I love that we support each other in this way because I like I cannot tell you how grateful I am. Like I don't have enough words, but I am so grateful. Thank you. So yes, are you living by others' expectations or the expectations that they set for themselves? Like not necessarily that somebody else is telling you what to do, but that you're perceiving other people and going, okay, I love that person. I think they're awesome. I think they're smart. And it seems like they're doing really well in their life. They're like succeeding. Yeah. Yes. Your assumptions of others' expectations. Yes, exactly. The expectations that you're perceiving by the way that you're observing other people. Exactly, exactly. Yes. Uh, because if that is true, like it is, like that's what I'm deconstructing obviously right now because I'm the one pulling the cards. If that is you too, then of course you feel like you don't have a direction, because your path isn't going to look like anyone else's. There's that phrase, I don't know where it's from. I'm not really great at making references, but it's like, if the path before you is clear, you're probably on somebody else's path. Um and also in terms of other people's expectations, if there is somebody setting expectations about like the way that you should live your life, you might feel like you're being reckless and stupid if you're following your own intuition rather than what somebody else thinks is the most correct thing for you to do. Um, Plenty of people are going to have opinions on how you navigate your life and what you do with your time and your energy. Um, but what is keeping you from embracing the upright fool? Because like it being about the whole card, I feel like our starting point is the reverse. It's saying, yeah, F their opinions. Yes. If we're starting out, right, um, with the information that like that we're getting from the reversed fool, essentially, to me, what we're in resistance to is uh blocking us from embracing the upright fool, the childlike wonder, the spontaneity, new beginnings, free spirited. It says innocence, but specifically what's coming to mind is the um like letting yourself off the hook. Like you don't have to it's the grace, it's the compassion we were just talking about, right? Innocence doesn't mean you've never done anything wrong ever, or that you've never had a freak out. Uh, the belief in innocence to me is an act of compassion. It's a perspective. Innocence is a perspective, right? If I am believing that I am innocent in the situation, how would that give me the grace to approach myself or those within it differently than I might if I believed that I or others were guilty or wrong? Uh yeah. Okay. So what is blocking us? What is blocking me? What is the block today in general? From I just left the brewing thing on. Wow. Not a white dove. Wow, that is so on the nose. Yeah. Yeah. What a great conversation. I love your guys' comments so much. All right. So, what is blocking us from embracing what is in shadow? How do I phrase this? Okay. What is in shadow that is that we are in resistance to or denial of? that is blocking our ability to transmute that lack of direct, that reversed Fool into the upright Fool? What is keeping us here? Wow, you guys, it's the Three of Swords reversed. Man, this could not get more pokey. Happy Lionsgate portal. Jeez. So, let me write that down. Time for a change. Yeah, love that. Ooh, that's a good combination. I love that, Pandora. Somebody in the app said they were taking a walk and found a 10 of Pentacles too today, and I saw that and I thought it was really cool. What's in shadow? The Three of Swords reversed. Okay, put that up so you guys have that. All right. So reversed, it is recovery, forgiveness, optimism, letting go of pain. And the upright, because it is about the whole card, is grief, suffering, heartbreak, sorrow, emotional pain. I'm going to read it again. So the Three of Swords reversed, recovery, forgiveness, optimism, letting go of pain. And the upright is grief, suffering, heartbreak, sorrow, emotional pain. The planet is Saturn. It's all the air signs because it's a sword. It's another air card, right? I'm telling you, it's a mental game. It's a mental game because you're not letting it be an emotional game, is like exactly what just came up for me. You're making it a mental game. uh, so Saturn is the planet. Saturn is like responsibility, it's karma, it's Saturn asks us, you know, like whenever I think of Saturn returns, whenever I think of Saturn, and you get a Saturn return around the age of 30 and around the age of 60. And Saturn return is a time when you're being kind of shown a mirror of all the beliefs and kind of all the beliefs that you have formed up to this point and how those well, I guess it would also it's also going to have to do with where your Saturn is in your chart, I should say. So I'm speaking from having a Saturn in Pisces in the 12th house. So for me, when I went through my Saturn return, it showed me all the underlying ways, the what's it called? The hidden mechanisms, the hidden motivations, that's the word, that are kind of running my life. And I'm actually just coming out of my very first Saturn return. It usually lasts from about 28-ish to about 31, 32. So Saturn is taking responsibility. It's looking at your karma. Which I guess I can't. I'm not really trained on like karma or like Eastern tradition, so I'm probably something like, you know, to definitely look into. If you're going to learn about a tradition, make sure you're learning about it from somebody who is actually initiated into that tradition, or like was actually raised in that culture. That feels important to say, but it's really hard to think of a different word for karma in this moment. Let's see. I'm saying a lot of ums, and I'm sorry about that, and I just realized it. I'm gonna let us brew on this for a second because this is a really important day. And so I really want to take into consideration what we're talking about here. Okay. I can't get over how the Fool says it's all numbers. It's all numbers. The numbers for the Three of Swords, of course, are 3, but it's also 12. 12 is a number of mastery. I can't really think of another word. I don't love the word mastery. It implies control, superiority. You know, I can't really think of a better word for it. Maybe like graduate? I don't know. Anyway, 12 implies mastery because you guys understand what that word means. 3 is collaboration and creativity. So if what is keeping us blocked is taking responsibility for our recovery, for forgiveness, optimism, letting go of pain, it's not only mastery of that, but it's being able to collaborate. Because I say that it's being able to collaborate very broadly. Collaboration doesn't necessarily mean it has to be with other people. Okay. You can collaborate with your grief. You can collaborate with numbers. You can collaborate with that critical, because we talked yesterday about the critical voice, right, in your head. That they're a valuable part of the team. So what if collaborating with them is forgiveness? What if it is as easy as forgiving yourself? And can you do that? Yeah. There's something about the optimism too, because it's like naivety, recklessness, and stupidity all feel like judgments. Even lack of direction feels like a judgment. So the optimism to me is like being able to reframe, to reapproach the part of yourself that is criticizing you, that is not allowing you to be the fool or is criticizing you for being the fool, for, you know, starting over, for being spontaneous, for being childlike or free-spirited, who won't let you try something new, who absolutely won't believe in your innocence. Because they're waiting that like to be forgiven. I don't know if that entirely makes sense. I'm sorry. I kind of like had a whole bunch of information just whoop, and I was like, oh crap, which one do I where do I go with that? Um yeah, because I'm just having a lot come through. So I did want to talk a little bit about the Lionsgate portal, and I think I'm going to do that now. Right. If we wouldn't judge others for it, then apply it to ourselves. But what about what you're judging yourself for that you won't let yourself have access to as well? The Lionsgate portal. So today is the day when the constellation Leo, the fixed star Sirius, and the Orion belt, I found out is actually part of this too. Although I hadn't really done a lot of research on the Orion belt, to be totally honest with you, but I did on Sirius and Leo. So this is the day when all of those are coming together in the sky. This is the peak moment of the portal. So up to this, it's kind of been what do they call it in theater? Like rehearsal week. It's a tech week. If any of you guys are theater kids, tech week. So you're getting the stage painted, or not painted, but like, finishing painting it, and, getting all the last details on, and making sure everybody has their makeups down, and doing like a costume check, and doing dress rehearsals, and all of that. That's been this last week. Today is the performance, and kind of all this next week, right? We think of a show as like this 2-hour engagement, but what if starting today it was like opening curtains, and then the show went on until the new moon on the 12th in 4 days? So I guess you could think of it as 4 shows too, but the idea is that Leo is the performer, right? This is you embodying your performer, your actor, not necessarily in being fake, but in being expressive. Think about how actors and performers, they express on stage, they express out loud, they share their creativity with the world in one way or another. Sirius is the spotlight. Okay, so the performer is on stage, the spotlight is on you. What are you going to do? How do you feel about having that much attention on you? How do you feel about the show that you're putting on? How do you feel about the show? Because right now you're getting a chance. Does anybody else feel like they're exploding right now in terms of like saying the thing, or like you're word vomiting your thoughts, even though you're like, oh crap, I didn't even think I was going to say anything about that? Leo is it's empowering you to express. It's like rapids. It's like a waterfall. You can't really help it. You're going over, right? And it's happening. You're being carried forward. And so when you're getting a chance to see the show that you've been putting on so far, and you're getting a chance to step into the observer role, into the director role, and you get to choose how you direct your life from here. And it's a lot. You're the performer, you're the actor, you're the that's the same thing. You're the performer, you're the director, you're the audience. Yes. I know, right? This whole chat has been so on point for today. And I guess I would leave us off on, is your show one that you would pay to come see? Are you enjoying the show? Or are you ready to take it in a new direction? Yeah, communication is really interesting because the more you learn about communication, the more you have to apply it. Because I was like, I'm going to become, when I started learning about communication and nonviolent communication, I was like, I'm going to become real good at communication. And then I'll be able to talk to people and I'll be able to get my needs met and all the things. And then I found out that learning about communication does not necessarily mean everybody's communication gets better. This is exactly what I was talking about yesterday too. I love that I'm ending on this, but I am constantly fascinated by the fact that we can make specific noises at each other and we understand something. We gain meaning and like understanding from that, and even sometimes it like moves. Like, you know, if I asked you, will you pick up that cup, and you pick up the cup, I mean, frick, that's like telepathy at that point, isn't it? Like, you yes, time to shed and show your new skin. Yes, I love the snake metaphors. um so communication, like all information, is both a expansion and it deepens your responsibility. And I think that's something we don't talk about enough. Um, yeah, right. And numbers are also communication. We can send ones and zeros across wires to communicate. I know, right? Like it's amazing, truly. Or yeah, the memes, right? The ways that we communicate and um share meaning with each other. Sorry, oh my gosh. I don't know what that is. I feel like I have a whole bunch of air just like coming out. It's so funny too because we keep drawing air cards and I feel like I'm releasing a lot of air. I'm trying really hard not to burp on screen. Uh, but yeah, is there anything else before we go? Uh, yeah, confirmation burp. I know, right? Yeah, that's what I keep getting too. Or like those pings yesterday from like forgetting to turn off my phone. Those felt like confirmations too. Yeah, we do create our own language with groups of people or with friends. You know, we get like those inside jokes and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Brigadier just said, I just watched the best speech from Snoop Dogg at a graduation ceremony speaking about the underdogs being an original because the world has had enough copies. Yes, be you 100%. So, how can you go out and make art today? How can you go out and express yourself today? Yeah. How can you show gratitude for yourself today? What does forgiveness mean to you? What does forgiveness? How would you treat somebody? How would you treat someone who requires forgiveness? Like, if you're both the person who needs forgiveness and the person who is forgiving, how does that conversation unfold within you? Yes. Oh my gosh, diamond paintings are so cool, and I think that creativity and expression can be easy. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to paint the Mona Lisa in order to express yourself. Don't gotta. The the side quests are information, right? I think of the side quests as like, well, I obviously needed this little elixir that I got from this side quest, or I obviously, I needed this sacred sword that I found in this space. It's not necessarily what's the point of this, but if I'm engaging in something, what am I getting out of it? Like, what am I, how is it for me? How am I engaging in my life in a way that uh supports, yeah, how am I engaging in my life in a supportive way? Yeah, it doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't. You can literally doodle. Expression is about taking what is inside and getting it outside. There's no right way to do it. It is a play. It's play. Yes. Okay. All right, you guys. I have run us up to the hour, and it has been so nice chatting with you guys, and I'm so glad we did this reading together. I will be back tomorrow, and we will continue the story. Let's see how we engage today changes the story. Right. So if you'd like to, you can put your hand on your heart. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. I call to those to all who chose to bless this flow. I now sincerely thank you. May your practice be expansive and your course be clear and true. All right. Have a good day, everyone. Stay hydrated.